fresh, freshy, flex, fresh, fresh, freshy, flex, fresh, Helmets, left, kabit cafe best.
Hold on. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey.
Let's go.
They say I ain't saved because I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need, and that's it. They always in my business because they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible, but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit, activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way? So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot.
Hold
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey.
Activate. Let's go.
They say I ain't saved because I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need, and that's it. They always in my business because they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible, but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit, activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way? So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hi. Hi. Good morning. I'm sorry. I fell back to sleep. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna hold you. Real bad. I went back to sleep real bad. So, guys. So, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Hello, 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 hello. I love you all again. Welcome to the Sean WS Show. Okay. I'm not coming on camera because I just woke up. I'm right here. You hear me? Ali or Lee, the beautiful. You hear me? I'm right here. Do I sound far away or what's going on with that? Hello everyone. I love y'all. I love y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I see y'all see the title. I love you too. I see the title. So good morning. Good morning, everyone. Oh my God. No, I look a mess. Okay. I haven't shaved. Nothing. Okay, all I did was brush my teeth. That is it. All I've done is brush my teeth. All right. Funky fresh looking a mess is what I am. Shout out to Spange. She said it was my birthday yesterday. Happy birthday. And this isn't about you. Absolutely. Happy birthday. This is not about you, but a happy birthday. I hope it was wonderful. I hope it was wonderful, but this is not about you. So, guys, but happy birthday, girl. Y'all hurry up and say happy birthday to her. Hurry up, hurry up. This is supposed to be about me. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Right. Hurry up. Hurry up. Get them out. Hurry up. Write them fast. Hurry up. Yes. You giving zaddy vibes. I'm giving need to still get in the shower vibes. Is what I'm giving. Hi, P. Brooklyn. Hi. I look a mess. A mess, Nick. You tried it. You tried right. Big arrow. Shout out to my moderator. Island girl. Yes. Yes. People recording their 911 calls now, or they're released to media. Okay, so let's get into that now. I haven't heard a 911 call. I have not heard that, but I do know that they were called. I know that for a fact. But did I hear the call? Did someone record the call? I don't know. That's news to me. I did speak to the person that did call 911, and they didn't say nothing about that. Shout out to them. I'm going to keep them anonymous because they want to stay anonymous, and that's fine. It's not like they were calling the police out of malice, or or anything like that. So they were genuinely calling the police. So, flip. It's on YouTube page. Now you talking about when Jag talked to the police? Okay, let's give it to it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. So okay, the title of the show is Jaguar Wright husband pulls on her and himself. Okay, scary 911 call from friends. Okay, that's why it says from friend. I'm not saying that person's name because whatever. Whatever. So and Jag and Solar dating. All right, because that's been in my DM as well. Solar from Carbonation. So we're gonna get into that. So I reached out to Jaguar, of course, because that's what you do. Again, this stuff is public, so that's why I'm publicly talking about it. If it wasn't public, I wouldn't talk about it, because it's not for everyone. Shout out to Low Key. Thank you, Low Key. I love you. She says you are cute. We ready. I don't know about me being cute, but shout out to you. You're cute, Low Key. You're cute. Shout out to DJ. Happy born day. My birthday in September. I know you ain't talking to the person whose birthday was yesterday. This is about me. Oh, God. Happy birthday to that person. Because now I feel like I'm stealing. Because you supposed to get out to her. Not me. This is about me. Okay? DJ. Love you, DJ. But I'm going to need you to think about that the next time. I'm going to need you to think about that the next time. Okay? So, no, because y'all. Nah, hey, Matt. Hey. Oh my goodness. I'm just saying. That because then they always try to call me a scammer. Like I'm like scammer me. But whatever. So it's coming because you see how Low Key did it? You see, Low Key, that was for me. You said happy born, and my birthday is in September. Okay, so hair flip. This y'all always like to make my show about y'all. So let's get into Jaguar Wright. So Jaguar Wright on live last night. I'm going to pull this up. She was on the official King Payne's. Well, they were on Instagram together, and King Payne put it on his YouTube. So let's get into a piece of that from my friend, the official King Payne. Shout out to him. Y'all get over there and subscribe to my friend. I love him. Hold on, friend. And we just going to get into like part of it. We're not good. If you want to watch the whole live, I would encourage you to go over to the official King Payne, and check him out. I love him dearly. He's a friend of the show. Yeah, we love him. So make sure you go check him out. And then we're going to go over to Jaguar Wright Johnson's. We're going to go to her channel too, because there is audio and footage over there as well. So let's break this down. Jaguar Wright's husband allegedly pulls on her and himself. All right. Now that's the beginning. So let's get into that. On the official King Payne, he had a conversation with Jaguar last night. And let's get into that. Boom. Y'all make sure I go over there and subscribe. Let's get into this conversation.
Solar, it's time to check out. And he on the phone with the Velvet up in the bathroom. They like teenagers. And she like, yeah, cuz I'm about to have me some Fruity Pebbles. And like they be talking about stupid shit. Yeah, no, because see, I was just manifesting Fruity Pebbles.
Now, who Jaguar is talking about is Velvet Itchy Coochie. or carbonation. Okay, now Velvet Ichikuchi is allegedly dating Solar after sleeping with everybody in carbonation. She decides to date them after they leave. So if you know anything about carbonation, it was an extremely funky crew of people that were all listening to an idiot and decided to move out to the middle of nowhere because he told them that he know how to grow corn in sand. Idiots. So I'm here, Flip. So he's one of those idiots, a beige one at that, that is now hanging around Jaguar Wright. Why? We don't know. But again, it's happening. So he comes back to be with the queen, Velvet Ichikuchi, and they already decided to break up. Now he explains during this live that he was living in Mexico, and while he was down there, he had a house. And what that I'm like, not somebody that's living, staying, like you basically staying wherever Jaguar stays, and you gave up a house. Gross. So he gave somebody a house because he needed to come back and rescue Velvet Ichikuchi, her and her two children. So that's what he decided to do, all the way on down in Cincinnati. So he comes from Mexico to Cincinnati to get put out because that's exactly what Velvet did. Because Velvet Ichikuchi is just as toxic as Nature Boy. Why don't they get it? She only wants Nature Boy. She wants somebody that's going to willingly knock her over the head and all of that. That's what she like. She's toxic. Again, it's Krishan's baby sister. So yeah, here Flip. But he decides to come back to toxicity and acts as if I love her. And she dumped him. After she dumped him, he went down to Dallas, is where he bumped into Jaguar Wright. So that is why Solar from Carbon Funky Nation is now traveling around with Jaguar Wright. So let's keep listening. That's what she's talking about right now. Velvet Ichikuchi is who she's talking about. So yays. So let's keep listening.
And it made me think of you because of the rainbow of your love. Like they be really just juicy. It's I'm not too big on the mush. But they get mushy, and it's so nice on them.
You need somebody to turn you
And
into
when
mush.
Velvet comes to visit, I'm going to be nice because I have to remember.
But is it real? Is it real?
When Velvet comes to visit, put some paper down, Jaguar. Put some plastic and all of that. Wherever Velvet Ichikuchi sit, make sure it's some paper, or some newspaper, or something. Wherever she sit or lay, she is contaminated, just like the one sitting next to you. Mm-hmm.
Like, well, real, like, he's out, but he's gone 2 weeks. Like, I just can't imagine, like, my nigga being outside for 2 weeks. Like, what the fuck is you doing?
Listen to
like,
me, she needed to calm down.
Yeah. That's why my regret was actually leaving.
I'm not hiding a bitch. I'm trying to get there. I haven't slept in 40 minutes. I will have been up for 24 hours straight. And I did drive 200 miles today. On top of all the other shit I had to deal with. And then my husband having a nervous breakdown. And then me having to hitchhike on I-20 West.
So Jaguar states right here, if you pay attention, that her husband had a breakdown. Okay. And she had to end up hitchhiking, y'all. Our girl was out there hitchhiking. All right. This happened. Oh my God. So I was curious. I said, yes, Kurt Tip West on I-20 in Dallas. Girl, Tip West. You know what I said? I don't know what I said. You know what I said, though. Girl, is that a bad area, Tip West? Was she okay in that area? Ooh, not call a lift next time. Be nice. Be nice. The right weird nation. Oh, girl, I cannot believe. Hi, Evangelist Val. Hi, sweetie. Y'all go to subscribe to my girl Evangelist. Y'all know I love me some her. Yo, Jaguar said that her husband had a breakdown. So now, again, I don't know why I would say at this point the nervous breakdown happened, but she said that besides in Dallas. We know it was in that area. Shout out to About That 50 Plus Life for the super sticker. Thank you so much. Thank you. Uber is safer. It is. It is. It is. I think Jaguar is okay. I do. I mean, I'm sure she's still, like bothered. Like I said earlier, I did reach out to her. I haven't heard from her yet. And when I do that, I'll just keep it there because But I did reach out because again, I would just jump on live and I reached out hours ago. So she could just be resting. Like she said, she stayed up for about 24 hours. So the woman could just be tired, simply resting. But shout out to her. Montnia Neve. I hope I'm saying that right. No, that ain't no safe on. Ooh, it's not safe right there, girl. See, I've been in Dallas, love Dallas, beautiful, but I don't know the area. So when people, because Jag is the type of person she's been driven cross country, so she know a lot of the roads and streets and highways and freeways. This was yesterday. Yesterday. This was yesterday. Lala says yes. Sounds like they were both tired. Could be, like I said, a lot of driving. Absolutely. And then she's saying stand over 24 hours. Yeah, you could be very aggy, with one another. I mean, they're doing a lot of driving and no rest. So yeah. Oh, no stranger danger. Hold on. Make It Happen said there is no reason to get out on a highway unless you are in real danger. Make It Happen. That's a good point. That is a good point. Why is he pulling a GUN out? Okay, so let's get to that. Let's keep listening.
And then I did a bunch of other shit today.
The draining conversation.
Yeah, it was just so
90% of the day went to like, giving nothing but love and care and time and cuddles.
Everybody came to his rescue. Jag, you a bitch. Jag, you did this. Jag, it's your fault. Jag, you hard.
Jag is not your fault. I think like me, you just take, you just really are.
It was so
super,
cool. And then started acting like yourself.
It's really hard.
And that switch flipped. And then he started, I don't give no fuck.
Y'all I think y'all like to see Jag in a situation like this. Now I'm thinking about
Jag, it's your fault. Jag, you hard. Jag
is not your fault. I think like me, you just take, you just really are.
It was so
super,
cool. And then he started acting like yourself.
It's really hard.
And that switch flipped. And then he started, I don't give no fuck.
y'all.
So apparently she says that a switch flipped. Yes, and he does have PTSD. So she said that he was fine until the switch flipped. The switch flipped is what she's saying. So it sounds like he just kind of just had an episode. Is what I'm getting from it. Yeah, I couldn't. Hold on. Shout out to you. I'm glad he is interpreting this. I cannot. This should not be on live. I agree. In my opinion, I don't feel that. I mean, Jaguar is a grown woman. She gets to do and say it's her marriage. I can't tell her what to say and what to do. But I wouldn't encourage it. I feel like this could have just. I don't know. I wouldn't have said anything because that's my personal life. And I'm not sure, her husband, because you'll see when we go to Jag's live that he clearly doesn't want this type of stuff on the internet is what it's giving. Because when he was on the phone with her, he hung up. And when him hanging up, he said certain things before he hung up, and I felt bad. I was just like, oh, well, I can completely see where he's coming from because I won't want this information out there either. But at the same time, if Jag is going through certain things and she feel like, I'm tired of dealing with this in the dark, I just want to get it out, or it just so happens to come out, I can't blame her for that either, because sometimes when you're in a moment or talking about something, some things can just come out, and you not really mean to say them, but before you know it, you're already saying it. type of situation. So it could have been like that moment too. So I don't feel like she's deliberately trying to embarrass him, but I do believe to him it is embarrassing. So yeah. So let's keep listening. But that's what she's stating right here, that a switch flipped in the car, and then all of a sudden he kind of just went from 0 to 100 quickly. Is what it's giving. So, but let's keep listening.
I think y'all like to see Jag in a situation like this. Now I'm thinking about it and looking at y'all. I think y'all like to see Jag in a situation to where she's not thriving because this relationship that is very cute.
First of all, get your funky fingers out of our face, Solar. Let's start there. And you talking about something? I think y'all like seeing Jag like this. We used to like seeing Nature Boy tell you to stop talking, and you stop talking for 3 days. We didn't like seeing him over there slapping and spitting and punching and pinching on y'all. But that's what was going on. Y'all knew that that's what we apparently liked to see. Okay, let's not put the D in dumb, Solar. Don't nobody like you. Like let's get that, and get your fingers out of my face. Like, you can put your fingers down. Okay. And if you really felt that way sitting next to Jag, you could be encouraging her to get off of live. Instead, you're sitting there beige, getting your camera time. So fall back. Like, we already know you ain't genuine. Jag is basically taking care of you right now. That's the only reason you're around her, because you're pathetic. You're a scavenger. You're someone, a lazy beige that don't want to do anything with his life. Just like Nature Boy, lazy, want to get everything easy. Y'all don't want to work enough. That's why y'all eat the cheapest foods, like fruits and sunflower seeds and popcorn and all of that, and sleep outside and under bridges and all everywhere you look is home. You know, type of on slides underneath parks, all of that, sleeping on merry-go-rounds. Y'all don't mind doing all of that because y'all are losers. Lazy losers. Want everything handed to you. Want EBT, SNAP benefits, and emergency assistance, but too lazy to go file for it. Like y'all losers is what y'all are. So like, stop it. You are literally eating off of Jaguar. Every time y'all sit down to eat somewhere, she paying, all of that. All of that. That's why you happy to be around Jag, because that's what you used to. You went from Nature Boy taking care of you to trying to get Velvet to do it to now Jaguar. You're pathetic. Nefertiti, you're pathetic. Like you're a loser. Like, that's all you are. You don't want to do anything with your life. You want to sit around and do this and think that's all you got to do. No, remember, Nature Boy was collecting the check on y'all sitting around talking. What you're doing right now is for free. This on IG. If anybody getting a check out of this is King Payne. I mean, he put it on YouTube, so there's a check involved with that. So this is all for free. Like, all for free. Still ain't making no money. The person up in front of you, King Payne, with the crown on, he's collecting a check. Yeah, he ain't dumb. He's very intelligent. Okay? An entrepreneur, run multiple businesses and all of that. Hair care company. He is a stylist, a barber. Like, he do all type of things. Runs a YouTube platform. He on $1. What are you doing? What are you doing besides following people around like a sad, poor, homeless puppy dog? Help me, I'm poor. Face ass. It's like all you're giving. Like, you're a loser. A whole loser. And I'll tell it all to your homeless ass face. And there ain't nothing you're gonna do about it. I'll say to your face. Like, all of it. And dare you move. And dare you to. Like, what? Move as I'm talking. Don't even go. Don't go sit down. Don't do nothing. You move, I'm gonna just dive on you. Like, it's that simple. So again, you're using her. Like, you tried it, and I'm sure her husband is sick of you. I'm sure he is. Yeah, you the problem. You absolutely are. You're the problem. Absolutely. She wasn't jumping out on highways, putting her finger out before you came around, beige. Jag don't do well with beiges. That there's a YouTuber that's beige. That she don't do well with beiges. Her and beiges. That she don't do well with beige. Jag, you choose bad beiges. We got to talk about that girl.
cute and you guys want to make her the enemy about, she's literally giving so much love. I watch it and she's an amazing wife. Don't ever let nobody tell you you're not good marriage material, because you are an absolutely amazing
They all
wife.
say I'm not.
Now y'all see him sitting here flirting with this woman right in front of us. Don't ever let anybody. Stop coming over here with that cybernetic mind frame. You in the front of the car funky and flirting with this woman. And this is why don't ever let anybody. Imagine you being married and somebody saying this to your husband or wife and just talking like this to her consistently right in front of you. Right in front of you. Would you have a problem with that? If you were sitting there as a woman and your husband was sitting there and this other girl around y'all that your husband brought around is don't ever tell anybody, let anybody let you feel like you're not an amazing husband. You're an amazing husband, you know, close to your husband, alone with your husband. Like, would this be a problem for y'all? And if this was your wife as a man, if this was your wife, you know, and you got this man in front of you and now along with her, telling her, oh, don't let anybody tell you that you're not amazing, that you're not an amazing wife. Excuse me? It's my wife. If anybody gonna say that, it's gonna be me. Like, who else would be saying it? Who else is married to her? He said wife. So that means marriage. Jaguar's not married to multiple people. So who besides her husband saying something about her being, you can't judge her being a wife if you're not married to her. You see what I'm saying? So with him saying, like, don't ever let anybody tell you you're not an incredible wife, to me, that's giving shade at her husband. Because who else could judge that? If I haven't been married to you, how can I tell you you're a horrible wife? How can I tell you you're an amazing wife? You know, judging on perception. And he's saying, I'm around. I see the love. I see the love. Listen, I want to, hold on. Because that's what I'm saying. Because as soon as I see him, as soon as they come back to the house, it's a wrap. As soon as he get out the car, it's going down. Even before he get out the car. I'm swinging before he get out the car. Like, this already a problem. Like, you and my girl face, like, you and my wife face saying this. and I'm, he is the problem. I don't care what Jag say. Like, he is the problem. You got somebody around talking to your spouse like this? Oh, yeah, we're going to have a problem.
I think y'all like to see Jag in a situation like this. Now I'm thinking about it and looking at y'all. I think y'all like to see Jag in a situation to where she's not thriving because this relationship that is very cute and you guys want to make her the enemy about, she's
because this relationship. Who is he talking about? I'm beating him up. It's happening. We're fighting. It's happening. It's happening.
Literally giving so much love. I watch it and she's an amazing wife. Don't ever let nobody tell you you're not good marriage material, because you are an absolutely amazing
They all
wife.
say I'm not the marriage material.
You have, after everything that you've done, you have not left. You have not gave up as many times as I'm like, let's move on.
You fucking snap.
Try.
You have not given up as many times as I tell you we should move on. So you want her to leave her husband. And you saying we should move on. Solar is trying to take Jag out of her marriage. Jag, open your eyes. Girl, you don't see, what is he telling you you need to leave for? Like, girl. Shout out to Samaya. Sean got the gift of sight. I'm here for it. Girl, big guy, you know me, girl. I don't play. I don't play, you know, I'm going to break it down. Surgical. I'm going to break it down. But thank you for the super sticker. Thank you so much. Right. Awkward. Like, very so much. Very so much. Yes. Solar is trying to take Jag and suck her for everything. He learned from Nature Boy. He learned and suck her for everything she got. Solar is the problem. Solar is the problem. And sometimes, especially men, it's hard for them to convey their emotions. So if we are emotional about something, especially jealousy, you know, it can be very hard. Especially if the man isn't like abusive. like it's very hard to differentiate because it's like a man will be mad and you realize you're arguing with them and you're like, what are we arguing for? Like, what is the problem? Like, like what's actually going on? And then sometimes he'll finally say, like, well, these niggas shouldn't be around us. I don't even know what. It's like, you could have been said that. Like, we could have been dropped him off at the nearest stop sign, the last restaurant. We could have, when he went pee, we could have let him. Like, just say something. And I feel like him being triggered, her husband, when they're on the drive, is because of Solar. I think Solar is blatantly right in this man's face, just like he's doing right now, trying to take his wife. That's what it's giving. Like, right. I'm like, what do you mean y'all need to leave, move on? And I've seen her. What are you talking about? Like, it's a marriage. It has nothing to do with you. Marriage, you go through things. Like if you would have really gotten married, y'all were married under the eyes of y'all God, Nature Boy. Like, shout out to Truman Show. Says, Sean, you need to tell Jack exactly what's going on. Oh, I reached out and I will. I'm gonna tell her. Like, if she could watch the live, because I'm gonna tell her the same thing on the phone. Like, you know what I mean? I ain't think I'm about to get on the phone with her. Like, nah, Jack, look, no, girl, get rid of him. Drop him off at the nearest nigga no. Where all the trifling people at. Drop him off over there immediately. Like, girl, get rid of him. They are life ruiners. Shout out to LD for becoming a member. Yes, Laugh Gags and Gospel says this child trying to talk a grown woman. Laugh Gags, girl, he is trying to take Jaguar Wright away from her husband. Okay. It's right here in front of you. He literally just said, y'all, that we should move on. What you mean we? Who? What? Girl, Jag. I'm telling you, girl. He trying to make you his sugar mama. Girl, like, now he gonna D you down and all of that stuff. Girl, he will. Like, Jag, he get down there, lick something, all of that, girl. But he gonna clear you. He gonna clear you. So let's get. I'm gonna rewind that part one more time for the people that didn't hear it or the new people that's coming in. He told Jag, you a great wife. You go here. I've seen all the love that you give time and time again, where I feel like you should have gave up on him and you should just move on. We should just leave. What? We? Who are you? You ain't her son. Her son is with his stepdaddy over at her mama house. So, what do you mean? Who is we? What are you talking about? I'm like, gross, but let's listen.
I think y'all like to see Jag in a situation like this. Now I'm thinking about it and looking at y'all. I think y'all like to see Jag in a situation to where she's not thriving because this relationship that is very cute and you guys want to make her the enemy about, she's literally giving so much love. I watch it and she's an amazing wife. Don't ever let nobody tell you not good marriage material, because you are an absolutely amazing wife.
Literally gaslighting her. Gaslight is what that is doing. Pull you so that you feel that I'm a better choice because everything is about me. So narcissists, gaslighting, that's what narcissists do. So he's gaslighting her right now. I need you to, because again, if there's complications within the marriage, a real friend is going, or someone that cares about you in your marriage, even if something like that goes down, it's just going to more so just say, maybe you just need a little time, a little space. Y'all just need to, cooler heads will prevail, and revisit this conversation, later. That's, but you don't want to rip it apart and be like, oh, you're the best wife. Don't let anybody tell you you ain't no good wife. You're a great one. I see all the love you give. You're gaslighting her. You're making her feel like, you know what, it would be better me being with you. I should just go with you because you're right. He's horrible. I don't need to be with him. He doesn't appreciate me. You're going to appreciate me. He's not doing that. You know exactly what I need. Like, that is what he's doing right now. So to really pull her from her marriage, he's not pushing her to her marriage. He's pulling her from it, is what he's doing. So I just think that is so gross that, and he doing it live. It's just like, right. So if he's doing it right in front of us, he does it right in front of her husband. And I think that that's why he's being triggered, honestly. opinion. Truman Show says needs to feel wanted somewhere. Her hubby is military. They don't convey their feelings well. I think it's both. I think there's sometimes to where there is a lot of confusion, but I do think that they understand each other well. I do think that he communicates well with Jag at times, and I think that there's times, to where vice versa, to where she doesn't communicate the best, and because nobody's perfect. So, but you don't have to be in the military to have bad communication skills. And then I don't know if you ever dated a over talker, somebody that you feel that talks too much. Jag is definitely one of those people. Jag knows she talks a lot. She likes to talk. She loves to tell, stories. She loves to, to be verbal, and what she loves to do that, so it can be a strength and a weakness, at the same time, because times to where you shouldn't be talking, you are, so, yeah, I think that it's on both ends. And again, marriage it's like that, marriage is like that. There's going to be a lot of times you bump heads. And the whole time, like the whole time. Yes, Solar is the problem. Yes, Solar is the problem. He absolutely is. I don't know. That's a good question. Somebody says, how old is Jag? Tressa says Jag loves attention. I do think, because I like attention too, but am I that bad though? Like, am I right there? I'm not. So, I like attention too, but like not like bad attention. Like I don't want that. I know that ain't Solar. Yes, it is Solar. 40. Ooh, not 43-ish. Capital 3. Carolyn, hi, moderator. Not 43-ish. I cannot. Can we get to 43-ish? Shiloh says 45. Oh, okay. B Redemption says, don't underestimate Jag. She'll be running that cult. Oh no, I don't underestimate Jag at all. I'm just saying I don't think that she is noticing or wants to that this man is flirting with her. This man is trying to be with her. It's disrespectful, for this man to be around you, courting you in front of your husband. But I feel like Jag don't look at it that way. Jag looking at it like, no, this is like my son, my little brother. Something like that, not realizing the energy that he's literally flirting with you and making passes and advances at you, gaslighting you, all of these. I feel like she's just looking at it as compliments, I don't think she's looking at it like he trying to take me. Because if a woman was around doing the same thing with her husband, I don't think she would appreciate that energy. I don't think she would. I don't think she would. I mean, even with Jaguar being bisexual, and play with women and stuff like that, is different playing with somebody and somebody trying to enter your relationship or remove, a party from your relationship. That's why a lot of people don't do like the open relationships, because sometimes people gain feelings, some people can't separate sex from emotion. They bind it, it's all together. So there's a lot of times where either one wants to leave the relationship or a party that's on the outside is trying to remove a person from the relationship. This isn't a three-way, or anything like that. So he needs to back up. Solar needs to leave. He needs to move around because he's coming in between their marriage is definitely what it's giving. And we can hear it right here, but let's keep listening.
I'm not the marriage material.
You have, after everything that you've done, you have not left. You have not gave up as many times as I'm like, let's move on.
He fucking snapped me, beat me and the dog up, left us for dead in the car in the middle of the damn highway, and then ran off, took my phone, threw my phone, brought my phone back. Then
Solar says as many times as I told you, we should go. We should leave. Who is we? What? And now Jag is saying, examples. Like he did this. I guess he was allegedly hitting on the dog. Oh, I love dogs. I love animals. Oh, don't hit the doggy. I love dogs. I'm a dog lover. So I love dogs. That makes me sad. I'm just like, no, that's unfortunate. But I'm like, Jag, because like what you say these things, people are going to believe you. Because I'm inclined to believe anything that, that's, this is her life. You know, it's not like she's talking about somebody else. You know, she's talking about her. You know, this is what he did, my husband, her experience. So that's what I said. I'm inclined to believe you when you are discussing these things. So again, that is unfortunate. If he was allegedly hitting on the dog and stuff, and then she said, I guess he allegedly hit her. I'm not sure. We'll rewind that. Laugh, gags, and gossip says, Sean, those are the same tactics Nature Boy used. He would take the sister wives from the other men. He's literally doing the same thing, trying to emasculate her hubby. Thank you. Because he feels like her husband is an easy target. And, you know, he believed in polygamy, Solar. So he don't care nothing about you already being with this man. He doesn't care because this is what he's used to. He's used to, even if I'm in love with this girl, this person's still gonna have their way with him. Like they still, you know. So he feeling the same thing now. You know, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna emasculate this man and take what belongs to him, and it ain't nothing he can do about it. All he's gonna do is sit around and watch me work. But the thing about Solar is that, okay, you're a narc, but, you know, Jag has those qualities too. You know, so she's not done. You know, she's an intelligent woman. So, yeah, I mean, you can see games from a mile away. And these are games that he's playing, but it's different when doing it over the phone versus in person. So when you're in person and when you are in need, you know, of the human, you know, bond or human attention from someone else, and you're not getting it from your spouse within that moment, this is the gaslighting, emasculating moments here to where you get the person alone and you really put in that work. So if he's saying what he's saying right now and we're on live, imagine what he's saying to Jack, because they were still together. Imagine what he was still saying to Jack. And then he gets Jag, if y'all pay attention to how he's talking to her. That's why I said the gaslighting is working, because she gets super emotional because of him. He is targeting her husband within this moment. They were talking about velvet. So he could have easily switched the conversation to something else. Solar. No, he wants to target your husband. So that's why like, oh, let's keep it right here. Let's keep it right here, Uncle. We talked about, you know, my situation. Now let's talk about yours. Now I have my opportunity to bring up your husband because you bringing up velvet. So if you can bring up my love life, I get to bring up yours. And I'm gaslighting and trying to remove you from this situation anyway. So yeah, this is perfect timing. We can talk about velvet. We absolutely can. He didn't switch the subject about velvet, or Jaguar didn't switch the subject about velvet until she talked about velvet visiting. So it does sound as if there may be some type of feeling growing there between her, because she cussed velvet out. That's what I said. Go watch King Paint. Go watch this whole live. Jaguar had cussed velvet out. What are you cussing velvet out for? Because True has gaslit Jaguar to make velvet the enemy. That was deliberate, because she has no reason to cuss out velvet. Velvet did nothing to Jaguar. What's she cussing velvet out for? What's the problem? The problem is feelings are developing in some way, shape, or form between the two. Rather the friendship bond is getting stronger, or rather there's another relationship that's getting stronger. But again, yes, she cussed Velvet out. She sure did. She sure did. She cussed Velvet. She talks about it. She talks about it in the live. And I'm like, well, that's weird. What we cussing Velvet out for? Like, what she did here? You didn't matter. But what's the problem with Velvet? So the Truman Show says the prey became the predator, big dots. Instead of learning from the situation and moving on with his life, he decided to become what he learned. So yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Hannah Cruz, murder. Lala says, Jag, open your eyes, girly, and stay safe. Yeah, because he is the problem. He is the problem. Solar. It's not her husband within this moment. It is Solar. Solar smashing Jag. Oh, no. I'm not about to do this. I'm not about to do this. Yes, Janae, divide and conquer. I agree. Yes, divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. Hold on, did I get... Hold on, because I hate missing super stickers. That bothers me. Shout out to Sharita Lee. Thank you. Oh, you got my face, girl. Shout out to Sharita Lee for the super sticker. Thank you so much, sweetie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I know King Payne was up there giving girl. Me, he and I got that problem. Like we cannot keep our face like relaxed when we feel some type of way. It's like our face always changes. Figuring it out. What Coco says. Oh my God, Solar is so gross. He is very gross, and I want Jaguar as far away from this man as possible. Girl, Jaguar, you can't save him. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. You cannot save him. Oh, there's so many comments. Shout out to all of y'all. Y'all are so lit. Y'all make sure you like the video. Like the video. Where we at the likes, moderators? Like the video. It is free. It is free. Please like the video. The husband is standing up for his woman. Yeah, I do feel that in a way that he is trying to regain what he had. And you know when somebody comes around to a situation that you're already used to. So if it's just you and your wife, or you and your husband, or whatever, traveling and y'all travel, y'all everywhere, y'all here, y'all there, y'all here, y'all there. Sometimes there's shows, performances, and whatever. And then another person is added into the mix. So whatever way that y'all are normally used to living, you have to add another entity into that. And Solar has been with them for, I believe, weeks. Now, like a week or two, going on 2 weeks or something like that. I don't know. So no, she was just with her son. And her son is with her right now. He's at her mom's house. So I don't feel like it has anything to do with her son. I don't. Even with the son, God rest his soul, that she lost, I don't feel that there's a comparison. I don't. I feel that there may be a void somewhere else, and Jag is trying to fulfill that void. Jag has stated on my show that when and she's stated on this live too. That's why I said go check out the live. About her going to visit an ex, and she's going to state it about her going to visit an ex, and it really upset her husband because she was jealous, So it's the same thing here. If Solar is around and Solar is hitting on you, making advances at you, gaslighting you, and trying to emasculate your husband right in front of, literally right there, all y'all within the same unit, why would he not take issue with that? Like, why wouldn't he have a problem with that? He's definitely going to, because why would he be jealous? Because it's like this man is like hitting on you, and like nobody would want that. No, I wouldn't want somebody literally just sitting around hitting on my spouse like gross. Like, okay, I get it. Thanks. Move on before this becomes something else. Type of situation. Don't sit here and just disrespect me. Like, because I'm telling you, because we can handle this. Okay? That part. Real bad. We can handle this. Like, we can go outside, and we ain't even got to, because we ain't got to, we do it right here. Like, but what this is not about to keep happening in front of me, because I will flip this whole table over. And this is going to be a problem with both of y'all. Like, it's not just going to be Solar. Like, so that's what I'm saying. With him taking his anger, with him getting angry with Jag, it makes sense because he knows her and she knows him. So for him to get mad at Solar, it's more so like he don't want to give him that validation, to make him feel like I'm jealous to you, and like giving him a power like he has any power. You don't. Like, you don't get to say what goes on in my relationship. You don't get to, and I'm not giving you any energy or making you feel that you have a say in it, because you don't. So of course he's going to keep his energy with his wife, just like most of y'all would do. If there was a female around or something like that, you're not about to give her that energy. You're not about to let her feel like she run anything over here, because she don't. This is your boat. This is your house. This is your man. So at the end of the day, if anything's going to change, it's going to be because I'm doing it. You will change nothing. You absolutely will not. So you don't want to give them that satisfaction. So instead, you take it out on your spouse, which is what you should do, because it's between y'all. And that's the only way it's going to get fixed. Solar ain't going to fix Jack. He's around to cause chaos and destruction, and he's doing it well. And I don't feel that Jag sees that, because she's in like. I do. I feel like she is in like with Solar. I do. Solar ain't disrespect her or anything like that. Solar's uplifting her, gaslighting her, making her feel like a woman. And again, what woman don't want that type of attention? I mean, I may view Solar as ugly and gross and whatnot, but Jaguar may feel another way. I mean, she is around him. They are in close quarters. and whatnot. Which again, never invite a third party around your, especially somebody single, or just do anything. Him, like the sky's the limit. He don't care about her husband at all. He's not going to take any steps back to feel like out of respect. He don't respect him. So gross, he doesn't respect him. So again, I may look at Solar and but other people will look at him and just be like, oh, he fine, or he this or he that. I don't think Solar is an ugly guy. I don't think that. But am I attracted? No. It's hard for me to be attracted to somebody that I know created super STDs and super STIs. There's nothing attractive about that to me. So I would rather look but not touch. I would rather be that. But who knows what's floating through his body? Like gross. So yeah, hair flip. So that has never been attractive to me. I mean, gross. I mean, Malia had all type of stuff growing in her, and y'all was all sleeping with each other. So gross. There were no condoms out there. Y'all didn't believe in bathing. Why would you believe in contraception? So hair flip. And there was too many people getting pregnant, too many people having kids. Gross. So yeah. Yeah. Mm-mm. Gross. Because you could be fine as hell, but you walk in front of me and you smell like a lake of diapers, then ill. Leave. Like what's going on here? But I'm moving right along. Let's keep listening, y'all.
And when I'm trying to dial the 911 to get the ambulance because I had started to have the heart murmur, that's when he came up.
Girl, it's giving
That's
what's love got to
when he
do with it.
came up and he was talking to the 911 and he was pretending like he didn't know me. He kept saying, ma'am, are you all right? Are you all right? And then the 911 officer was like, do you know this woman? No, I don't know this woman. Do you see her ID? What's her name? Because she can't talk. And he was like, I don't know this woman. And I was like, I was so faint because when I have a heart murmur, it shuts my heart down. So my body is lethargic.
But Jack, y'all told me that the dog was on a ranch.
Yeah, I had to send him to the ranch because he was beating the fuck out of him, and I couldn't do it no more.
Oh, poor doggy. I hope he's okay. It's King Pain for me twisted it at you talking about something. But Jag, you said that the dog was on a ranch. I feel King Pain though, because King Pain is sticking up for him. King Pain is just like, look, Jag, I feel like you putting, because I can feel King energy. So it's just like, look, I feel like you're putting a lot on this. But she said that Jack said that he was allegedly harming the dog. Oh, that I love dogs. I really do. So I hate when people do this. It's like, don't hurt animals. It's like they so innocent. Especially if you raise them right. Y'all be out here just leaving the dogs outside all day, and then one day y'all finally want to bring it in, and then it's like it done lived outside for the last 3 years. This first time you done brought it in the house. Of course, it's gonna do certain things. Be afraid. It might even nip people. Stay away from it. It's an outside dog, so it's not an inside dog. But yeah, I love animals, but I don't know. Jack says that he was allegedly harming the dog, so she had to put the dog on someone's ranch, or gave it to someone that owned the ranch, or I don't know. But I'm just like, oh, poor dog.
So while she been strong with y'all being on her job, doing her work, y'all understand that this is everything that's going on behind that. Is she pushing through it because she made a commitment and she real, she got character. And if you go back in the track history, everybody she's ever loved is dead. They're dying. All of them. So what does love got to do with it? But she's
He said, what's love got to do with it? Girl, Jag, he is trying to take you, Jaguar, he is trying to take you from your husband. He said, what's love got to do with it? Who is he talking about? Girl, y'all listen to this man. Listen to how he gaslights her and says, what's love got to do with it? He doing everything in his power to get her away from that man.
So while she been strong with y'all being on her job, doing her work, y'all understand that this is everything that's going on behind that. But she pushing through it because she made a commitment and she real. She got character. And if you go back in the track history, everybody she's ever loved is dead. They're dying. All of them. So what does love got to do with it? But she's is love. She is love.
I love that little nigga more than you'll ever understand.
Y'all, he trying to take Jaguar. He said, what does love got to do with it? What is love? Like, she done did this and did that. Like, all of this is going down behind the scenes while she trying to be this and that. Gaslighting the hell out of her. Gaslighting the hell out of her. They said, what's love got to do with it? He is not trying to be your friend, your nephew, the son you never had. He's not trying to be those things. He's trying to be your man. Yes. He feels that what he sees between you and your husband is broken. So he's there to fix it. And the fix is him removing you from your husband. That is what he is there to remove Jag. He's not there to just be around or to be her assistant, is what he says. He's not there to do those things. He's not. He absolutely not. I did reach out to Jaguar. I absolutely did. She'll reach back out to me in her own time. But yeah, I did. I text her, and whatnot. So yeah, if she wants to talk, I would like to talk to her outside of here. But I mean, if she wanted to have a public conversation about it, I mean, we could too. And if she wanted to bring Solar on, I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it froggy with him. I don't have to disrespect him. I don't. But at the same time, I'm keeping it froggy. Like I am a trained narc, but I'm not a narc. A trained narc means somebody that has researched them. So you can't game me, player. Like, I'm sorry. You keep that with the ladies. Keep that with the females, because you're not, I promise you. Because I'm asking all of the burning questions, literally. All of the burning questions. So, but yeah, if she wants to have a conversation with Solar, I mean, we absolutely could. But I would rather just talk to her privately, because I think she should get away from him. Get rid of him. Girl, look at his track record. Since he's sitting here talking about track records, look at his. He's pathetic. A poor, lonely loser. A lonely, lazy loser is all he is. So, girl, that's his track record. That's what he does. He leaves things in ruin. Okay? He's an energy vampire, a financial vampire. You know, all of that. Gonna suck you dry. That's all he's going to do. So, again, and he knows that Jaguar is definitely been discussed a lot lately. She just got another 1 million views with another YouTuber, you know, and all of that. So this is definitely him just trying to get on this bandwagon with Jaguar. I can get a lot of energy off of this, you know, with having her around. You know, this could be profitable being around her. You know, there's nothing genuine about this. Do he F with Jaguar? I think so, because I think they're a lot alike. You know, they're a lot alike. So, and she's getting a certain attention because a lot of people carbonation. A lot of titles has been placed in a lot of titles because of Solar. Just like with Velvet and all of this, like all of a sudden you want to love with Velvet. Since when? Like you want a Velvet itchy coochie? No, you don't. You don't. You want a Nefertiti itchy coochie. You wanted that itchy coochie. And then you went back over to Velvet just for attention, for a clout, because you never wanted to be with Velvet. You know Velvet Kiss is bad, especially the one by Nature Boy. She is beautiful, but she is bad. She is bad. She don't never be quiet. She always ripping and running. She's like a Tasmanian devil, a cute little Tasmanian devil. She is bad. I would never babysit. Oh no, she could never come to my house. Oh no, that little girl. Oh no, she cute, but keep at home. She cute, but she can stay in the car. She can say, let the windows down. We can sit out here on the porch. She ain't coming to my house because she's bad. Okay, the little girl bad. It is what it is. So Solar knew he didn't want to deal with them churn. He knew he didn't want to deal with them churn because of them with kids, it's babes. They it's babes. Now, and that little girl is like that because Velvet had everybody breastfeeding her, but her. She too busy sleep when that make sure she don't want to sleep with nature boy out of the other 17 girls there. I'm being on one. So she was too worried keeping up with nature boy Ping to be even nurturing that damn baby. Now Aya and Infaru by the bottom of the garbage, all of them, they all sitting there with the baby, plopped in it. They did it all, girl. So it was too many different milks, too many different milk spirits in that baby. That baby is Babes. She absolutely is with a T. She's Babes. That baby is Babes. And then she had another little pickaninny, and that little pickaninny, she is beautiful, but she looked bad too. She looked bad too. I said, "Oh, your kids is Babes, girl. Girl, there you need to whoop them. You need to whoop them, especially that oldest one. She need a little whooping. She need a little spanking. Put her across your leg. She need a spanking because she is Babes. Okay, so he acting like because that's why he left because them churn his Babes. He woke up and that little girl was standing over him with a lighter and that little girl woke up and on top, standing on the top of the bed in front of him with a lighter and some hairspray like this. And he woke up, been gone ever since. Okay, because she's bad. Okay, now the girl that sat over there and gave birth to some Chucky dolls, and but they cute though. They are so cute, but they dead. So he is over here gaslighting Jaguar, trying to take Jaguar away from her husband, and I need Jaguar to get and fall in line.
She is love. How you want to act? Nigga sat there and pretended like you don't know me.
God is love, and let no man, okay, take apart what God put together. Okay,
Don't ever make
I love you,
don't ever make it look like I'm
Yeah.
using love against God ever again, because I literally teach that God is love.
I've never made it like you love against God. I said God is.
You're not
Okay,
no
on
smear on my
period.
name. My name's King Love. My name
Ain't
is
nobody put
King
no
Love.
smear
They
on
like to
your
call me
name,
Sassy. And the
Wait a
reason
second. Pause, nephew. Pause.
I agree with you, God is love.
Pause. He's very emotional, even though he's containing it well.
No, what I'm just saying is that marriage is ordained by God. Okay, and
Tell
let
my
no
husband
man,
that.
okay, try to destroy what God put together. Okay, on
Oh
period.
no, there's only one vow he knows.
Should I offer the money? Didn't I offer the money today?
Jag, not offer him money. And then I agree with King Payne because King Payne is saying that marriage is ordained by God. Okay, look, so look, stop trying to look, play with God. All that, and he talking to Solar. I don't feel like he's talking to Jag within that moment. I feel like he's talking to Solar, like because you sitting here playing, and then Solar want to bring up his God name and all that stuff. First, you thought that Nature Boy was God. Shut up. You don't get to talk about a spirit up above. Your spirit was down here. Your spirit locked up. So yeah, you don't get to talk about the Lord. Like, no, you don't get to talk about the Lord. I talk to him, he don't know you. I talk to God. He ain't about to talk about my 6 pounds 7 ounces, sweet baby Jesus in that manger. Now he not about to talk about my born premature 6 pounds 5 ounces. Jesus Christ. Now you're not about to talk about my Lord. I'm like, no, that's what you're not about to do. Leave the Lord out of this. Leave the Lord out of this. Because his Lord is 6 foot, 210 pounds, and black. And funky. The coochie stiller. The coochie stiller. That's it. My Lord ain't never sold no coochie. He didn't do that. Nah. He wasn't even born of the pain. Okay? He's not born of man. All right? Yay. He is not born of man. All right? He was so wonderful. A man couldn't even create him. Okay, his mama was just pregnant and the daddy just believed her. She was a virgin. Like, no, you tried it. Nature Boy mama wasn't no virgin. I'm like, no, you tried that. No, your God is in cell block C. Now, you're about to play with my Lord. I'm like, no, no, because you tried it. He absolutely did. Now, he's sitting here gaslighting this woman again and still talking about her husband. Now, in the process, trying to steal her. So Jaguar just says right here that she offered her husband some money basically to like leave. Oh, I said, Jag, you gonna pay him to go? No. Are you leaving your husband for Solar? I'm like, what is going on here? Like, what do you mean you offered him some money, Jaguar? And she said any number under $1 million. Let's get into it. Let's get home. Let's get into this. Jag, girl.
Is that, you know, marriage is ordained by God, okay? And let no man, okay, try to destroy what God put together, okay, on period.
No, there's only one value.
Should I offer the money? Didn't I offer the money today?
You've been
I
divorced.
offered the money today. I said if it's under $1 million, it said give me a number under $1 million.
Jack said, give me a number under $1 million. I don't know what to say. I don't know. She said under $1 million. She shoot me a figure. And we can take her through. We can handle that. I said, not under $1 million. Jaguar. I'm like, what is going on here? What is happening? What do you mean you offered this man under $1 million for what? To leave? Like what? And you know that's over there making Solar horny. Her saying, "Oh, under $1 million, we gotta like that. Oh yeah, I gotta get you immediately. Yeah, I gotta get you right away." So ooh, not 20. I'm not about to play with y'all. Teresa, ooh. She said $1 under. So to this way, $1 under. Girl, not under $1 million. Not under $1 million. Girl. I could not. I'm like, Jaguar, what is going on? What is happening? Oh my God. Now look, because y'all trying to in the comments talking about some she ain't got money. I'm gonna put it to y'all like this. With Jack tripping, girl, you gotta stop. You are going to lose it all. So I'm gonna put it to y'all like this. So Whoopi Goldberg is very rich, right? And she still shops at the dollar store. She absolutely does. Whoopi Goldberg loves a good garage sale, and stuff like that. She loves to buy like used things and whatnot. So, and she literally still to this day shops at the dollar store, like frequently. She loves the dollar store. So, again, I'm going to say this about Jaguar. Jaguar does not come forward asking people for money. Like she don't. She don't be like, send me this, send me that, send me this, send me that. She don't do any of that stuff. So Jaguar's just going cross country here, there, this place, that place, that. It take gas. You got to eat. There's hotels or wherever. So she has to have some type of money. Now, am I saying that she like belligerently rich and stuff like that? I have no idea. But I'm going to say this. She has something. She has to. She has to. Just because a person isn't living lavish doesn't mean that they couldn't. You have a lot of people out here that are living beyond their means, to keep up an image for like social media and stuff like that. Buy stuff that isn't worth it, just so they can say that they have it, type of stuff. And then you have people that are more frugal with their money and they have a decent amount of it and they still choose to spend it, a certain way. So just because she's not walking around in designer this or driving a Bugatti, or something like that, it doesn't mean that she doesn't have money. Again, she's not coming forward begging for it, and stuff like that. So, I'm saying she has to be taking care of herself some way. Because I mean, where is it coming from? Because it's not coming from the audience. Besides the little things that she does, like Philadelphia, and whatnot, she's not coming live like, can y'all send me? I need this amount of money to do this. I need, like, she don't do that. Like, so she's taking care of herself some way. So I'm just gonna say she clearly isn't broke. Because if she was, then she would be living like broke people do. I know a lot of broke people, and a lot of them have signs on the side of the street trying to make it to this place, to that place. Anything helps type of people. She doesn't give that. So I'm like, because people say that about her all the time, like she broke and whatnot. You don't have a home, you don't have this, you don't have that. I'm like, she has to have something. Because, yeah. So moving right along, but let's keep listening.
So I can cash him out. I ain't got no prenup. I ain't got no prenup. I done it again. I got married without a fucking prenup.
Where is my nephew at?
He's at the house with the crazy man and my mom. He alright. Sam handles it well. Sam knows how to deal with him. Like him and Sam, y'all had a lovely time. Sam that nigga. Sam is that nigga. I love Sam. Me and Sam, I love Sam. They talked about Mark the whole time. Sam's a genius, if I know one.
Okay, period.
And so, they see me and they listening to Jaguar cuss me out. You gonna leave me? I'm gonna shoot myself in the head. I'm like, I gotta go. I need a break.
My. I mean, if there was going to be a divorce, I mean, it would be smart to do it. I mean, not that I'm recommending it, but before you
to divorce him, including when him and his mom and all them was making fun of Giovanni being murdered. You know what I'm saying? But I chose to be the Christian. I mean, I turned up first. I burnt up all the furniture. I broke some shit. I might have busted a window. Because when you start talking shit about somebody's dead child.
So allegedly, Jaguar is saying right here, I know the audio isn't the best, but allegedly Jag is saying that her husband, because Jag has spoke vocally out loud about her son, Giovanni, I believe, that passed away. And I guess he said something negative about him. And she like flipped out and said, she may have tore some things up and, whatnot. But when you start talking about somebody's dead child, then that's where she is right now. So let's keep listening.
And you're supposed to be family. He seen the pictures. He seen the video because I took video of me burning up all this shit. And I'm sure I got a kill file too. But the thing is, I sent it to my lawyer so just in case he accidentally killed me or something. Everybody will know. He's a veteran. You don't understand. He's a veteran.
Jack said he may accidentally kill her, so she's kept certain things documented just in case he took her life or takes her life. Again, I'm like, how do you accidentally take a life? I mean, like, on purpose. How do you premeditatedly accidentally take a life? That's not an accident if it's premeditated. You can accidentally do something by not knowing the after effect of what you were about to try. Like if you were standing on a hill and I pushed you down that hill and you just so happened to break your neck, or something on the way down and pass away, or something that wasn't my intention. But my intention was to push you down the hill, So there is no just in case. That doesn't make sense. I'm just like, Jag, don't do this. Jack, don't do this. And you see Solar over here whispering this funky breath in this woman's ear, already trying to manipulate and control the situation over there, gaslighting so that he could become the new leader, if you will, remove the man to become the man type of situation.
Well, Jay, I mean, you have, I mean,
I love
so,
my husband.
like,
And understand something. I've grown up with veterans
what?
my whole life. You know, because he was looking at my bruises from the other day. And it's not like something that
Solar was allegedly looking at bruises that I don't know, but I'm assuming that Jaguar is saying that her husband inflicted. We're gonna keep listening. But again, Solar, being the Captain Sava, comes through and tries to, because he used to watch Nature Boy punch and throw Velvet across the room like a rag doll. He used to watch Velvet get rag dolled. They all stood there and watched Nature Boy beat her to a pulp. They made a circle so that she couldn't get out of it. Now he care. Now he care about women being injured because the same girl you ran to, you held a circle so that she could be beaten in. Mm-hmm. Solar and the other Carbonation crew, Nature Boy made them all make a circle around Velvet so that Velvet couldn't run, and he beat her to a pulp in front of everybody. And Solar was one of those people that was holding the circle so that Velvet couldn't get out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a loser. He's a whole loser. He is pro abuse. Mm-hmm. He's pro DV. He's not against it. He's clearly for it because he watched it. He absolutely did. He even made it so that the woman couldn't leave. Velvet is a Ichikuchi Ho that used to be the chiefess in this disgusting nature boy crew of Carbonation. Carbonation were a bunch of idiots that listened to an idiot and took their life savings and whatnot, and even got PPP loans and whatnot to endorse this idiot that is now finally behind bars because he got arrested last year. But he ran a cult, and in this cult, Velvet was the chiefess. She was the queen, and Nature Boy, who is now in jail, was the king of said group. And Solar, who is sitting next to Jaguar Wright and speaking with her, was a part of Carbonation. He absolutely was. And at one point, because it was a very evil situation, like it started off as a good thing and then quickly became bad, like right away, like immediately. So yeah, and he was there, and Nature Boy was very abusive to the women of the cult, even made the other men be abusive to their wives that he had there. So even if the men didn't, put their hands on their women and stuff like that, Nature Boy basically made that like a rule because he was doing it, and who he was doing it to was Velvet. And now Velvet and Solar, after all of this, because it's a lot, it's why we ain't going over all that, but there's a lot. So, but now Solar, free of Nature Boy since Nature Boy is incarcerated, started dating Velvet. That didn't work out, and now he is with Jaguar right after he left Velvet from, I believe she's in Cincinnati or something like that. He came to Jaguar, Dallas, and met up with Jaguar, and he's been with her ever since. And this is recent, him coming and meeting up with her. So he is. I'll show him straight out the comment section. Go on, girl. I'll show him. But yes, this is who he is. This is why so many people have a problem with Solar being around Jaguar. That's why people are just like, why is she, with this Carbonation member? Like, why, like, girl, like, do you know what he represents? Do you know who he is? Do you know what he's done? Do you know what he's, participated in? What, like, girl. So I saw Velvet in Cincinnati. Boom. So so that's where he was coming from, Cincinnati to Dallas, and ended up meeting up with Jaguar. So yeah, I just don't think she knows that he is this person. I think she knows of him, but didn't keep up with Carbonation, so she don't really know all the things that he was a part of. I really don't feel that way. That's why I say she need to call me.
it's not like it's something that's done intentionally. Like there'll be times when we sleep in the bed and he'll be having dreams about the war. And he'll think I'm an enemy. and sometimes he sleepwalks. So it's, and my husband is a whole lot of solid man. You know, I get bruised sometimes. I go through shit sometimes, and I don't say nothing until now because the way.
Shout out to straight out the comment section. She says, I miss you, Sean. Hi, honey. Funky Fresh looking mess. Yes, I am Funky Fresh looking mess. I look a whole mess today, but I still look better than a lot of y'all faves. So, but thank you so much for the super sticker. I love you, sweetie. Love guys says, send her your surviving videos. Big that. I will, girl. I'll send them to a girl. I'll send them to a girl. I'll send them to her.
He when he took the safety off and started swinging that gun around, I'm like,
now this is the situation she's talking about, y'all. So she's talking about allegedly her husband took the safety off this weapon, okay, and starts swinging it around. This is why this is in the title. Jaguar Wright's husband pulls on her and himself, okay? So listen, this is right here, her getting into that.
Swinging that gun around. I'm like, no, man.
After announcing one's in the chamber.
Yeah, and I put one in the chamber, and then we heard him put it in it. Like, I grew up with gunplay.
Now y'all see Solar after putting one in the chamber. Like, he is doing everything in his power to make her feel like you got to get away from him and be with me. Not just being a friend like that's concerned, like you need to remove yourself from him because this isn't healthy. No, you need to come to me. You need to be where I'm at. You need to be with me. Let me take care of you because he's not doing it right. I wouldn't do that type of stuff. You know, he's over here, you know, putting, you know, and I feel like if he got to do all of that, I don't feel that Jaguar is who he's feeling that way about. I feel like it's for Solar. That is why Solar's talking on it because he knows for him too. He know that energy was for you. That energy is for you. That energy is not for Jaguar. It's for you. I do. I feel like he was, because if he there knowing everything, Jaguar, this man is, I'm telling you, Solar is
So
from him.
To announce that the safety's off and that you put one in the chamber, basically what you're saying is, even if it's an accident, something could get fucked up, you know? And he's just waving it. You want to shoot me? Then come shoot me. And here, you want to shoot me? And it was just like, it was so much. And when he gets into those moments, he saw it today. You looked in his eyes. He wasn't even there. He wasn't even there. You know? So I do my best to love him through it. Truth is, the reason why I was at my ex-boyfriend's house wasn't just to make him jealous. It was because we had an unsafe situation at the house that night. And
now again, if all of that is going on, I really don't think the Jag, I don't know. I think maybe you all do need to just get away from each other. I mean, because I don't want all that to be going on like that. She should, you know, no woman should have to worry about nothing like that. You know, even if a person does have their issues, PTSD and stuff like that, sometimes you gotta just remove yourself from that. You know, just because something hasn't happened doesn't mean that it won't. But I just feel like this man, this Solar is sitting here gaslighting her, making her put 20 on 10 is what I'm thinking. It honestly is what it's giving. He is manipulating her and gaslighting her to making her husband out to just be this evil man. And I don't feel that he is. I don't. I don't feel that he is an evil person. And I think that he is trying to push a narrative that he is. You know, like I need the community. I need y'all. I need the social media. I need y'all to help me remove Jag from this dude. You know, is what I'm getting. Not like he's genuinely concerned about Jaguar. I don't feel that way. I feel that this is more so for him. This is helpful with Jaguar saying these things aloud, because again, he's pulling on her heartstrings getting her to feel like she's in danger, getting her to admit, because you'll see, like as you'll see, she's getting more emotional as this conversation goes through. It's just not being conveyed, but she's going to fully convey it. But I do feel that he's gaslighting her and manipulating her into feeling like she needs Solar, like you need me because you're with a monster. You know, if you go back there, anything can happen to you. You know, are they playing on that instead of actually being concerned about that? So he needs to cause a bunch of chaos, you know, and confusion so that she can be that way. Because again, she's an intelligent woman. But because that's why a lot of people be like, how did I let him get me? Like, how did that happen? You know, like I'm smarter than that. You know, but with somebody like him, you got to cause a bunch of chaos, you know, and confusion and be the understanding. Throughout all of these problems and stuff that are around you, I'm your only solution. So that's what Solar is trying to make himself the solution, if you will, and he's not. The solution would just simply be if she's going through these things with her husband, that they need to separate. They really need some time apart, maybe reconsider some things and whatnot. That's all that means. You know, he takes some time, she takes some time. If they want to reunite and come back together, that's on them. If they decide to, you know, part ways, that's, you know, their decision as well. But he's not trying to do that. He wants to be the replacement man. I'm coming in here to push him out the way and stand in his spot that's what it's giving. That's what it's giving. So, but keep listening.
I needed to go somewhere where I felt safe, and my friend invited me over. And I said, fuck it. I'm going. I'm going to do something for me.
Quick side note. On my show, she when she interviewed, she stated that she went over to a friend's house. And we were talking about that earlier on here too. And it made her husband really jealous. He was very upset by her going over her ex's home. Jaguar stating with King Payne that she didn't just go over there because she was trying to make her husband jealous. She went over there because of a very unsafe thing that happened that night. So that was the real reason she went over there. The true reason I went there was for my safety, is what Jaguar is saying right here. Now, I'm just elaborating. I'm just trying to, you know, let y'all know what she's talking about. So when she's talking right here, this is what she's talking about. That she went to that man's house because she didn't feel safe. There was a situation that happened between allegedly her and her husband that night that made her want to leave.
I'm going to let someone care about me. And so I went over there, and the truth is there was an investor there. He had somebody there to talk to me about investing into the company. And I'm sitting there telling him about all the possibilities of Philadelphia TV, and I was showing him the ad for your show and talking about.
Thank you, Virgin Love, for the super sticker. Love you.
Next thing you know, my phone started blowing up. Where the fuck is you at? Where the fuck is you at? And I'm like, I already told you, I'm not coming home. I don't feel safe around you right now. I'm not coming home. Then my friend,
And is there a reason why you're sharing this publicly right now?
honestly, I forgot we was public.
Now, Jag said, honestly, she forgot that they were public. I do feel there are times when you are talking to somebody and you completely just talk. You just completely forget where you are, all of that. You know, you just like, man, ooh, why? You know, so King Payne is like, is there a reason you saying all of this out loud? Yeah, Solar manipulated her into this conversation. He kept bringing up things for her to state what's going on behind the scenes for her and her spouse. Solar, absolutely. He kept pushing this conversation. He wanted this conversation to happen. He wanted it to be public. He wanted people to know so that we could come forward. Oh, Jag, leave him, leave him, leave him, leave him, leave him. When Solar is the issue. To me, Solar is the problem. Like I said, if Jag's going to leave the situation, she needs to leave it completely. If allegedly she's going through these things with her husband, again, like I said, separate, y'all need some time apart. But she don't need to be around Solar at all. Like, girl, get away from him. Girl, if anything, just take some alone time yourself, like completely. This social media thing can be very draining. You know, it absolutely can. You're on this platform, you're over here, you're there. You know, she arguing with people, she going back and forth with people, she falling out with people that she was cool with, and there's a lot going on, you know, around Jaguar right now. So again, I feel like Solar is clout chasing. I think that he's using Jaguar to remove her from her husband so that he can have her for himself, and use her, like he's been doing. So yeah, Solar is definitely the problem. This is coming out right now because of Solar. Now Jaguar is saying it, yes, but Solar is putting her on that road. He is putting her on the road. He bringing her to the water, but she just drinking it. That's what's going on. He bringing her to the, you can't make, you bring her to the water, but you can make her drink it. So he brought it, and now she's drinking it. That is what's going on right here.
We was talking. I've been up for almost 24 hours.
She tired. If she been on the, if she,
Hey, you know me, friend.
she just real.
I ain't got it in me to fake the funk.
Too real.
This is just what I'm dealing with. The best way for me to protect myself is for me to expose myself. Because the truth
You think
is,
that
the neighbors know who we are now. That's why I gotta move out of there. We actually went and just got a new crib that don't nobody know about today. And they hear him in there. They hear him through the walls. You know, when he was out in the parking lot pacing around with the gun in his hand. It don't look, somebody's gonna get pictures of him.
So she says her husband was walking around pacing with a weapon in his hand. Again, removal is necessary. If these things are going on, I would never encourage Jag to stick around, you know, with something like that. That can be really scary. You know, it's like him walking, pacing around, like for what? With what intention? Like that could be very scary. So yeah, and a man approaching you like that, like as a woman, if that's allegedly what's going on, but she said he was just outside. So she didn't say nothing about him pacing around her, walking around her with the weapon. It just sounds like he was, you know, outside doing so. So again, it's still an energy I wouldn't push you to stick around for. I wouldn't want to be around that. And you still have a son, you know, and whatnot, and he's around at times and stuff too. So that's not good energy for him. So yeah, I just think that that's a lot.
Somebody's gonna get footage of him when he's having one of these moments.
isn't Texas an open carry
Texas
state?
is an open carry state. It's one thing to carry a gun, it's another thing to walk around. I don't give a fuck. Nigga, I'm killing every fucking body. I shoot myself. Like that's something different. He won't go to the hospital. King, look, King, let's be honest. Come on, friend. When you drug my ass out of the fucking shadows and said, don't you give up your life, and don't you tell these motherfuckers, don't you let these motherfuckers tell your story. You tell your story. You're the only reason that million view video would not even.
I think this is the exact thing. This is what I was explaining earlier. I think that he doesn't know how to convey his feelings. You know, everybody, you know, has trouble sometimes expressing themselves, but you don't get excused for it. You know, you don't get it. I'm not going to excuse him because he was upset with his wife and the treatment or energy he may have been giving, especially with another man around him, disrespecting him by approaching his wife in a romantic or sexual way. Again, that can cause a man to feel like I'm gonna wreck everything around me. You know, if I get it, like I completely get it, but it's not excused. Like I'm not going to excuse it. Even with having PTSD, that means get help for it, you know, so that you can learn different ways to deal with your anger and deal with when you're upset. You know, and although Texas is an open carry state, that's not an excuse to be walking around wielding a weapon. Like you can hurt innocent people. I mean, anything can happen. Type of situation. So, and then wailing a weapon around as a threat anyway is nothing I would encourage. you know, and there you can't excuse it. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, he's excused because Solar is a loser. And I get that Solar is around him disrespecting him, flirting with his wife in front of him, romanticizing their traumas, the trauma that Jaguar has been through, the trauma that he's been through, to trauma bond and try to remove me and emasculate me as a man and just take my wife. You know, but it don't give you an excuse to be outside. Wait, no, it don't give you an excuse to be threatening nobody with it, or even yourself. That is not okay. Like I do feel like, because he has to be accountable for that, just like Jag has to be accountable for the energy. You are putting this energy out there. You absolutely are. You are upsetting him in a lot of ways, and I don't feel like you're dealing with it properly either. You know, not in how I would want to deal with. Just in my opinion, if Jag was my wife, well, I want her. No, I wouldn't want to deal with it like this. It's too public, and the internet is forever. So, yeah, no, I don't think that it's. I don't. I think Jag needs to take accountability within the situation. So, you know, I'm fair. I'm not going to be biased because I like Jag. Yes, I do like Jag, but I don't agree with their behavior either. I don't agree with Solar being around you and because I can understand your husband. I would be lying to Jag, being like, oh, it's okay that Solar's there. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not okay. It isn't. It's even if this is for a narrative or storyline, if everybody needs to be involved if you're going to do that. How it seems is giving everybody know about this alleged storyline, but your husband. So you can't let things get too far and then be like, oh, well, this is just for no. You said that from jump. No, no. No. Not now when I'm picking up on the energy. Now you want to say, no, it's just what I'm saying. So either way, I just feel like both people, how he's responding to it isn't okay. And I don't feel like what Jaguar is doing is okay. I don't feel either one is okay. I don't have to cuss her out, you know, to disagree with her. It's her life. You know, I can't tell her what to do. This is just my opinion. And again, this is all public. So, yeah, if she would have said it publicly, like I said, I would have kept it behind the scenes. I mean, because if she would have reached out to me privately about something like this, that's where it would have stayed. But this is public, very so much public. So,
even if it happens, if it wasn't for you coming to be there for me. So thank you, friend.
You're welcome, friend. I'm coming to Dallas. I need to get somebody to come out.
Look at him hugging all on her, and I get it. If I was her husband, I'd be knocking all this stuff through. I get it. Okay? I understand. Because I'll be the same way. I'll knock everything down behind me. I throw everything everywhere. Okay? I get it. And he's sitting here. Yeah, because you now y'all see she get emotional. He is manipulating her into feeling this way. He wants her to feel this way. He absolutely does. This is how he gonna get to where he getting to. I'm telling y'all.
When I confess my life to you, and I'm giving you permission to acknowledge it. I told you how bad things were. I told you I was thinking about leaving. I told you the pain. I gotta fight the whole fucking world.
He holding her hand. Jag, why is he holding your hand? See, Jag. See, look. Oh, God. I want to fight True. I want to fight True. I want to fight him. If I want to, I know your husband does. I know he does. Why is he holding your hand and comforting you? Like, this is what your husband is supposed to be doing. And King Paint is looking at Solar like, because we know, like we not stupid. You know, King Pan and I, we know the tea. Like, we know the tea. Jaguar don't. The wool is over her eyes. Oh my goodness. Girl.
Just to keep it real, just to be myself, just to be honest. And then I turn around and I gotta fight it. And then I gotta find how to work in between for that. If people only fucking knew what my life was actually like, they wouldn't talk so bad about old Jag.
I'm not about to do this with y'all in these comments. Talk about some save those tears, bad acting, crocodile tears. Y'all are cutthroat. Y'all are cutthroat. Cheryl said this is a reality show. Like, I'm. Tasty said, "What the f is he? An emotional pet? Get away from her." Yes, get away from her. Is she serious? I think she is. I mean, I do think at times, you know, you break down. You know, you have your moments. Oh, y'all talking about some no tears. Oh, thank you, Dub. Dub said, "Poor girl." Oh, she said, "Is she serious?" I think she is serious. Another YouTuber told Jaguar on Beagle months ago about carbonation. Yes, she is definitely aware of them. I think she just doesn't know everything. I think that when people hear carbonation that don't know about carbonation, they just feel like Nature Boy was the enemy. That Nature Boy, no, all of it was. There's a lot of everybody needs to be held accountable, not just Nature Boy. All of them were all in cahoots with everything that was going on. So, but I think people hear carbonation think Nature Boy. So, and I think that's how it was with Jag. I think that she just thinks Nature Boy was the enemy. No, there are plenty of more. He one of them. You sit next to one of them. I know. I wish I could help too. You know, that's why I'm not gonna, you know, just jump down the throat, because any way that I could help, I would. You know. I don't believe in kicking people when they're down. Lysandra said it's giving toxic. It does seem to be some toxicity here. It definitely does. Carolyn said she's been on panels with the Nature Net on Bigo. She was on that panel. Her, Black China Mama, and Nosy Ho. Because Nosy Ho cussed him out. Shout out to Nosy Ho. She cussed him out. Nosy Ho cussed him out. They got into it. Nosy won't play those games. They got into it, but no, my verses are still on, unfortunately. They're still on. But thank you. No, they're still on. I got a couple more months and then they off. I cannot wait to take them off. We need a station head after show for what, Fifi? No, I'm off until Monday. Y'all tried it. I'm off until Monday. Y'all see, I ain't going there yesterday. I'm off until Monday. Y'all tried it. It's given Susan Lucci as Erica Kane. I cannot. This is an entire mess, says Denaya. You think so, girl? Girl, this is a lot. It definitely is. I was half asleep listening to this. Now I'm watching it, and it is worse. Yes, Miss AC Alien Stan girl. It's a lot. It's a lot. Mimi says, I feel she is in a desperate state. That could be. That could be. You know, a lot of things going on. A lot of things going on. I love my kisses says, call her husband. I want to hear what he got to say. I am not calling that man. I am not bothering them. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, let me see something. Oh, somebody send me a cash app. Oh, thank you, goddess girl. When I'm on YouTube, you always send me cash apps. Thank you. You be the only one, girl. Don't nobody else. But I'm just kidding. But thank you so much. I am to say, Sean, please, at least an hour of station head. No, y'all, no. Y'all be forcing me on there. I love y'all. House says Jag been playing this since tried to make her husband look on Sean's show. Shaking my head. You think so? I don't know. I don't know. This is so confusing. She is doing too much into wait. She is going too much into personal levels, and her husband is being gaslit by this performance. Girl, Destiny Love said, look, this is confusing. I am confusion. Mary says, see, I want to feel bad, and I do because she's a human, but Jaguar is a decent storyteller. She's so decent, I'd hire her at my theme park. Ooh, that's good. I just know if this is real. I just don't know if this is real or for reality. Good question. Maybe should I put on my Cash App? Moderator. Um, Shout out to Baby Shay. I love you. Weed Kenda says Gooba needs a voice. Mm, mm. Etika, I hope I'm saying that right, says they had these issues for a while, but that dude Solar is banking on it. I agree. I agree. And people have oh Lord, Lab Gas and Gospel said, who give you weekends off? Me. Lab Gas said, who can no, you need to go on station head. You need to go on station head. How to find this girl? Shout out to Lab Gas Gospel for the super sticker. Thank you so much, sweetie. Oh, baby, she love you. So call him. No, I am not calling that man. Absolutely not. Jamie says, Sean, can you interview Jack's first husband? She told Storm that her husband had thrown her in jail under false accusations. Are you talking about the it napping? The it napping? No. I don't know. I just don't want nobody, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like that stuff be like mad personal. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. The only way I would is if Jack said it was okay. If Jack wouldn't want me to interview him, I wouldn't do that. LD says, Shine, you playing, you mean what you mean off. I'm off, sweetie, until Monday. The bag is secure. The bag is secured on Station Head. I don't have to get back on there and talk to the 15th. The bag is secure. So I mean, at least it could be tomorrow, but I said I'll just wait until like the 16th. To come back. Or LD said her pants on hot fire. He likes you and needs your support. Made it make sense to Queen. No, shout out to him. They both have my support. I support him. I just don't want to, involve myself to where I feel like I don't belong. Like if I feel like Solar is wrong for trying to enter these people's marriage, who am I? To be like, hey, you should come on here and talk about your wife. Like, no. When I had them on my show, they were both here. So that's the thing. I didn't interview them separately. I interviewed them together. I interviewed the Johnsons. Y'all got to meet the Johnsons. I did not interview them separately. Yeah, I interviewed them together. So yeah, I don't want to make it worse, and I feel like that would make it worse. Solar is definitely wrong. Agreed. It's all about the coins. Lizzie Moderator says. I don't know, but let's keep listening.
Because I'm probably one of the best Christians anybody will ever meet, because I actually live by the shit that's in that fucking book.
Facts. That's
I need to come to Dallas. I need to come to Dallas.
I was hoping when things got good that this time he would just go to the hospital, take your medicine, just be strong, get well. Use your trial as a testimony. Help other people. Well, do it. It just won't. And I gotta deal with this and then get online and listen to a bunch of fake ass, fuck ass, titty sucking ass, motherfucking booty juice ass bitches lie on me.
Okay.
Y'all want to see it? Here it is. I'm a fucking human being too, god damn it. And I'm one of the realest motherfuckers you'll ever meet. And the truth is, the reason why I'm sharing this is so women out there who are married to veterans like I am won't be afraid to say something, because a lot of times this shit be going on, and then the next thing you know, you hear he done snapped and he done fucking shot her in the fucking head, and then he done killed his fucking self. This shit is so fucking common in veteran families. My dad, oh,
Are you okay?
my father, the government fucked him over so bad. They did psychological warfare training on my dad, pumping him full of psychotropics and psychedelics, and hypnotizing and letting them go crazy on each other. My family still get a check from my dad, and my dad been dead over a decade, and we still get a check for him. That's how fucked up they did my.
Not the miss, Lord. Rabbit, I am not about to do this shit. I'm not about to do this shit. Trump want to talk about something. Please just stop. This is why I can't even put y'all comments on the screen because you people are brutal. Oh my word. Oh my goodness. You people are brutal. I'm like, oh my God, they are such mean girls. And I can't even say anything to y'all because I'm a mean girl too. So it's like I can't even like yell at y'all. Like I gotta just let y'all rock. Cause I'm a mean girl too. But y'all are brutal. You guys are not nice. I'm just like, oh my word, I want to put some of these comments on the screen, but they not playing. Okay, keep listening.
My dad. And there would be times when he would just become a zombie and he would just rip the whole fucking house apart. And, I would come home from school and, we would always have to check, make sure nothing's missing before we call the police because we didn't know if dad had a bad day or if we got robbed. And if nothing was missing, then we just clean up the house and make sure.
Jaguar, I love you. Jaguar, they sent the girls is in the comments is saying that girl, you was deflecting. The girls are saying that you are deflecting in the comments. They're saying that they are over it. I feel bad. It's like, oh, I feel bad. She needs to stop with that. TJ said good night, Jag. And Lord came back saying the Oscar goes to. Yeah, I feel sad for her. Lizzie said it's a wrap. Olivia says, is this for her? So my finest girl talking about something hit the line. LD talking about some cut it out. Libra said, but why put it on blast now? Good question. I think that's a good question. I feel like that's fair. T says she talks too much. Goldilocks says, I do think she needs to get some sleep. I agree. I think that she just, poor thing, like she said, she had been up almost 24 hours. She says, like, yeah, girl, get some rest. Close your eyes for a while. Go give a pillow some balm head, and just, girl, just go get some rest, sweetie. Sunny Days says this unfortunately is what trauma bonding looks like when it comes in many toxic scenarios. Very interesting. Very interesting. I like how you put that. Ms. C1 says she's a great storyteller. I would agree. New Air says if Jack would just stop now with this, we'll act like we never heard it. I don't know. I don't know. Kent Thompson says Gumbo been getting Goomba. Been getting okay. Look, y'all. Sassy Solar says Solar needs to move around homeless. Agreed. Shout out to Sydney. Agreed. Tracy Collins says new tears, new story. I'm not about this, y'all. Gooba ain't had a hot meal. I had a pillow. Can't be nice. Nola Sunflower says, I've been able to tell that there was problems in her marriage. I think that's in any marriage though. People have their problems. They do. Jess Z says she outed Nosy for talking about her husband last week. Now he is crazy. I'm gonna just leave that right there. I'm just leave that right there. Megan Misston says she coughing up the. Sam Lou said marriage on the rocks jumps in front of a camera. Jumps in front of camera. No, I don't know, y'all. Cindy says, "Love you, Sean." The only comment I have at this point. Oh, love you too, Lindsay. Sean says some people call out for help in different ways, and I think Jaguar's calling out for help. She definitely could be. She definitely could be. Shout out to you for that comment. Oh, and WJ talking about some LOL. Lapgag says sleep like a toddler. I agree. Girl, go get you some rest. Go get some rest. But we are almost done with this, and then we're gonna go listen to Jag.
Everything was perfect when he got home, so we never had to talk about it. And that's how the fuck I grew up. So I understand. I overstand that being in love with a military veteran is not easy. Because the truth is, when those niggas come home, the country treats them like shit. And they need fucking love more than anybody. More than anybody. They put their lives on the line. They come home maimed. They come home with murder in their head and all kinds of fucking shit. And the government don't fucking do shit to help these motherfuckers for real, for real. And all they got is who the fuck cares about them at home. And that's why I never turn my back on my husband. But he got to get help. Because I'm at my.
I agree. I do think that what Jaguar is saying about, veterans and whatnot that are coming home, they do need a lot of love. That is very true. They go through a lot. And I mean, to see what they see, to do what they have to do, sometimes taking innocent lives, sometimes even children. I mean, you go to a country and you go across the border and it's a bunch of 12-year-olds, 11-year-olds boys standing there with weapons, waiting to fight you. What do? So I mean, you try to sleep at night after taking the life of an innocent, 14-year-old kid that was just protecting their country. I mean, you do a lot of things and see a lot of things that. So I do agree with her. So you're right. She isn't lying, about that. That is very true.
I'm breaking fucking point. I gotta fight the world. I gotta fight his mental illness. I gotta fight my mom's mental illness. I gotta fight so my son can have the right to be himself. I gotta, oh God, I just. Yeah.
You need to come to Los Angeles.
I'll be in Vegas and will be in Vegas at the end of the month.
Oh yeah, we're gonna meet up.
I don't know who I'll be with, but I'll be there.
My. You gonna be there too, so
I'm full-time assistant. Yeah.
So he says he's her full-time assistant. Gross. So as far as I know, he ain't going nowhere. If you paid attention to the interviews that Jaguar has been doing, as of recently, especially the sit-down interviews, he was there. Solar. He's been around her. Okay, for some time. And he said he her full-time assistant. Now he ain't going nowhere. He has no intentions of going anywhere. So let's get into, because there was a 911 call made for the safety of Jaguar and her husband. And her husband was put in handcuffs. He was, from what I gather, Gooba was arrested. So let's get into that. Hold on. Let's pull that up.
Hello.
So Jaguar goes live. She says 911 is a joke or true story. So if y'all go over to her YouTube, you can watch the entire video. Well, I think it's pretty short. Yeah, it's only 7 minutes, so we'll just watch it. So shout out to Jaguar. If y'all go over to Jaguar Wright Johnson, Jaguar Wright Johnson, that channel here on YouTube. 911 was called. A friend of Jaguar's called 911. That friend was not King Payne, because I've seen other people saying that it was King Payne. It was not. King Payne was not the person that called the police. I did speak with the friend that called the police earlier before I came live, and they said that they were just calling out of safety. You know, they feared that Jaguar wasn't safe, and they feared that Gooba wasn't safe. So they were just calling as a precaution, not as a clout chase, you know, or anything like that, or being, you know, trying to have malice or anything. But no, it's just I was simply calling because I was concerned. So this is Jaguar on the. That's why that is called titled 911 is a joke, because this Jaguar with the police, one of the police officers on the scene that arrested Gooba. Allegedly, Gooba was in handcuffs for like over an hour on the ground, or something like that. They came in the home really hostile, and her son, I believe, was at this home. Yes, this just happened. Yes, this just happened last night, early morning, or like early morning, I believe, like in the wee hours, you know, because this live is from before we came live. It was hold on, let me boom. It is 5 hours ago. So 5 hours ago from now is when this happened. So when we came live, it was, which was 2 hours ago, it has said 2 out. So it was early in the morning type of situation. So the police came in really hostile, I guess. But I mean, why wouldn't they, if there's weapons and stuff being, you know, if he's wheeling weapons around and stuff like that. So it's like, of course, they're going to be, you know, come in aggressive. And that's what they did. So got to be more careful. Yeah, I agree. Where was Jag new assistant during this time? Her new assistant is literally right on the screen. They're not where he is. Her new assistant, you can see his dreads in the video. Yeah, let me make this. This is her video. Let me make this bigger. Her new assistant is right here. Her new assistant handed her the phone. They're not where he is. Her and her assistant is completely. I don't know. I'm just saying. Her and her assistants are not where her husband is, because he handing her the phone so that she can talk to the police and her husband. He was at her mama house. Her and her husband and her son are at her mother's home over there, spending the night and visiting. And her assistant are. So let's get into this call, y'all. Girl, this is getting messy. This is getting messy. Oh, now let's keep the studios. This is getting messy. So let's go.
Oh,
Hello, I was told you requested us to call you.
well, I mean, you called.
See, Solar was waking her up, giving her the phone. That's Solar. Just them two. Now, Jaguar is speaking to one of the officers that were on scene and arrested her husband, because she spoke to her husband and Gooba told her he was on the ground for an hour, you know, all of that, handcuffed, they was aggressive, So Jaguar is talking to this officer to complain about the treatment of her husband, okay? While she's away from her husband, sleeping in another destination with her assistant.
Called me,
Yes, ma'am.
and then you had a very rude tech on your phone
sitting there barking orders at me when I'm trying to do the best that I can to get through this moment. And then the next thing I know, she want to start playing smart with me. I don't know what kind of emergency response people y'all hire, but badgering me while I'm sitting there holding a million things in my hand, trying to get out of the car while I'm sick and not feeling well. And she's sitting there badgering me. Now I got my son's phone number. I got to go through all of this stuff. I got 80 million phone calls coming in. I got all kinds of people trying to contact me because I got stuff going on online. My real life happens in real time online.
Online?
Yes. I didn't call y'all. Someone saw something online and called.
Oh, your friend called because she spoke to you on the phone.
No, because she saw me online.
So the officer is stating that the reason we came is because your friend called us and told us about, why we needed to be over there. And Jaguar is saying, no, I didn't call anybody and tell anybody what was going on. I said this online. Where she said this online was on King Payne's show, or on the Instagram live when they're on Instagram. So I don't know if the friend called because of the Instagram live she saw, or after when King Payne uploaded it onto YouTube. So either way, Jag is saying this is not something that I called somebody verbally and told them to make them concerned enough to call y'all. They called because they saw something online. Is what Jaguar is saying right here. So if you're confused by why she's saying online, that's why. She's saying that. Yeah. So she's like, I didn't call nobody personally. So yeah.
She didn't tell me she saw you online.
See what I'm saying? And that's police work.
All I can go is off what people think.
That's police work. This was reported to the veterans. The veterans were supposed to send somebody. Meanwhile, I left my house because I no longer felt safe. I told my husband if he ever flashed another gun on me, even if he was going through an episode, I was walking out. And that's
So Jag, I do feel the person that called the police were in their right. If they felt that you were in danger, or if you were stating that you may be, that is a reason to call the police, especially with a weapon being involved. That's a life ender in your husband's hand. That's not a life bringer, it's a life taker. So if you're stating that you said if your husband ever flashed another weapon on you, which you're stating that he's done it before by stating that, again, is what you said, then I feel that the person was just for calling the police. I don't feel that it was out of malice. I think that they were justified in calling, because I would have probably called them too. Because again, I was asleep while this was going on. I was not down. So I had no idea of any of this, but a person felt the need to do so. I don't see what the problem is, because you feel besides the fact that, how when you know somebody and they have had certain threats towards you or done certain things, but they've never truly hurt you or took it there, but they've threatened it, right? So because in your mind, you feel like they're not going to do it, they're not capable of it. One, other people aren't going to think that. So just because you feel like, oh, well, he's just talking ish, somebody else around you can be like, I don't know, girl, that ain't, I don't think he playing, so, but you think oh, well, we've been through this before, type of situation. So you're excusing that person because you feel like you know them, but people around you don't. They don't know. And if it's something as serious as somebody aiming a weapon at you, or anything like that, that ain't nothing to play with. That's not, well, I'm just going to call a deputy that handles veterans. And it's not that simple. It really isn't. Because if you had to call a deputy before for something like this that has happened, regardless if you love the person or not, it doesn't mean that you have to tolerate it. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't. It doesn't mean keep tolerating that type of energy, because you just never know. People's hands slip, things happen. You know, accidents happen all the time. So why even, you know, want to be in that type of situation with another person? So I feel again, the person is completely just, you know, in calling the police. I don't, yeah, I don't feel like that was a bad thing. But yeah, let's keep listening.
Exactly what I did. Then I got to deal with the, I'm going to blow my brains out. I'm going to blow my brains out. I'm going to blow my brains out. I didn't call y'all. But I tell you one thing, you did a bang up job. You did a bang up job screwing this all up.
Well, I just wanted to let you know your son is safe.
Safe. I just talked to my son. My husband.
So while the police came and stormed the home, pretty much, her son was there. So I'm like, oh, well, this is really dangerous. Like, that boy don't need to, like, that poor guy. You know, like, what if the police ran in there and he made a sudden move? Breonna Taylor. I'm just saying, like, this is pretty deep. This is pretty deep. I'm like, girl, like, your son was there? I'm like, that's, ooh, girl. You know how police is? Girl, they were edgy around niggers. You know, we make one false move, pow! You know, like, I mean, so it's, and this is at early in the morning, dark, you know, so where, it, you know, a lot of the lights are off in the home, you know, and stuff like that. So I'm just like, that's crazy because the police, I'm assuming, came to Jag's mother's home because that is where Jag's son and her husband, because she was visiting her mother too. So they were all staying there. I'm not sure if Solar was staying there, but I'm sure he was staying there at first because if that's where they were staying, he was with them. So he would have been staying there too. So where is she? I believe they're in. They were coming from Shreveport. They were coming from Shreveport back to Dallas. I don't know. Wherever, because they're not too far from where her mother lives. So wherever Jack's mother lives is where, because that's where the police came. And they separated. So that means that Jag was with him at one point. So yeah, they separated. So I believe, yeah, because Jag said something about hitchhiking on I-20 in Dallas. So I believe it's in the Texas area where they are now. So I'm just glad nothing happened to her son and her husband and her mother and anybody else that was in the house. I'm just gonna let everybody stay. That's really all I'm gonna say about that. But I'm just like, that's a lot, you know, for the police to be storming in, you know, into a home, loaded weapons, you know, and all of that. Because they get to take a different approach when they come in and they hear that there's a weapon on the scene. They don't know if you have a permit for it. They don't know if you are just randomly just going to take everybody out. You know, they don't know what mood you're in. If you're hostile, you know, so that's how they're going to approach it. They're going to approach it like they come in here to remove weapons from people and to save lives, you know, type of situation. So they're going to be aggressive. So I don't know. This is crazy.
Husband did tell me though that y'all busted and you had guns on everybody.
So she said that her husband did tell her that they burst in. So you know, so they kept, no, everybody get on the ground, move their get on the ground, you know, so they came in like that. Boom! You know, they came in like that, like a raid. You know, it's how they came in, kicking up. You know, so like they came in like that. Oh my God. And they was aiming weapons at people, and I thought, ooh, that'd be scary. That'd be scary to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, white people screaming at you with weapons. So it's just like, so that's, yes, they got swatted. That's what she, listen, she said they bust in. So that means they kicked the door in.
And you had guns on everybody. And you had him standing out in the cold. And you had guns on everybody. Husband did tell me though that y'all busted and you had guns on everybody.
A lot of people could have got hurt That's a boom. Nobody move, get on the floor. No. You know, so it's move. It's one of them. I'd have been one of them before. It was lit. It was lit. I was like 12, Lord. I was in one of them, just stopping by somebody's house. And I was in one of them, Lord. It was amazing, but I was scared. But it was amazing. So, but this wasn't that. You know, because when they kicked in the door, they was coming for drugs. So they weren't like aiming weapons at nobody, you know, or nothing like that. Well, you know, when they came in, they had weapons, but they weren't like, they didn't like have, because that'd be scary. You know, like them putting aiming weapon, but they didn't aim no weapon at me. They did tell me to get on the ground, and I did. But they didn't aim a weapon at me. I don't know if it's because I looked young. I don't know. But because I was young. So but no one pointed a weapon at me. So, but with this situation, again, for her son to be able to just chill, sleep, and then boom, somebody can get like that could be scary, and people can get hurt even accidentally. You got trigger happy people, people that don't have the safeties on, forget to put their safeties on when they're doing raids, you know, and stuff like that, because you know that's a very scary situation. So again, like I said, I'm just glad everybody's okay, because this could have went a whole nother way. You know, type of situation. But yeah, that's how they approach when they hear about weapons and stuff like that. They're not gonna come knocking on the door and ask you if you got a weapon. No, they're gonna kick your door in more than likely.
And you had him standing out in the cold in handcuffs for an hour. If that's the case, why the hell was people asking me who was in the house and for phone numbers in the house if you already had him in custody?
No, man, we were talking to you before we got contact with anybody in the house.
They had him for an hour. We were not out there.
My husband said y'all had him in handcuffs.
So what the officer's saying, because the Jaguar, somebody did speak to her, and they wanted to get information on everyone that was in the home before the police approached. So she gave them that. So she told them like her son was there, that her husband was there, that her mother was there, and whoever else. And she was trying to give them their names. They were asking for their names and contact information before they came. So if you hear the officer, that's what he's stating. He was like, no, my people talked to you before they even went over there to do anything. This was before. So while I'm on the phone, so Jag is feeling like while y'all on the phone with me, y'all asking me all this information while my husband is down on the ground in handcuffs. And because he said he was in cuffs for over an hour. And he's saying like, no, that happened after. So we weren't even over there yet when we talked to you on the phone. That's why we called you first, you know, just in case if there's anybody in the house we need to alert to be removed, to leave, we can contact them, call them like, hey, we are the ... county, and we about to ... So if you could please just vacate the home, because that's when the police is just sitting outside already waiting so that they could go in. So they'll have you come out quietly and, you know, and leave the home, and then they'll go in, you know, for the person that they're going for. So again, I feel like the police is doing their job. Like I said, I'm not biased, you know, so I'm not about to sit here. That's what you're supposed to do to make sure that nobody gets hurt. That's why I said this could have went a whole nother way. So where if the police couldn't get a hold of you, they could have just boom, just went in there and, you know, who knows what would have happened, because they don't know who has the weapon, who does. Like they don't know, you know, so they need your help. And you are the one who stated this information, you know, about a weapon or anything in the first place. So that's why we called you, because this is your fault. Right? Okay. Let's keep listening.
For an hour. He said y'all had him outside in handcuffs for an hour. He said you came into the house blazing your guns, scaring my son. That's what my husband said. Somebody's fucking lying. Now understand this.
Can I explain to you?
Can you explain what to me?
Can I explain how we responded?
Wait a second. This is my husband on the phone. You can explain to both of us. I want to hear the truth. Gerald? Gerald? Gerald?
Are you not home with Gerald right now?
I told you I left the house hours ago. I left the house at 2 a.m.
Who's on the phone? Who's on the phone?
The police.
Oh, okay, that's great.
Baby, why you go on YouTube and do all that stuff? Why you putting all the stuff on blast like that on YouTube?
I didn't put nothing on blast on YouTube.
What? You just, Jackie, I'm looking at the video tape right now.
Oh, I feel bad for him. That's sad, because like he don't want, I'm like, oh, poor guy. Because he don't want this on YouTube. And then again, he already upset. It's like all this stuff he just went to the police. And then he looking at you live on YouTube with this nigga with Solar. I feel bad. I feel bad for him. And he about to hang up on her. Because he like, why you on YouTube? Like, why? Like, that's what I'm saying. If this is a storyline, if this is a setup, he don't know. He don't know. I'm just wrong. Like, so everybody, oh, this is a storyline. This is this. Okay. If it's a storyline, everybody not a part of it. Because he should be, why even ask a question like that? Why is this on YouTube? Because it's the storyline, right? Since everything everybody do is storyline. Okay. It's a storyline. Why haven't I asked that question? Ain't that a dumb question? It's part of the storyline. So, yeah, not everybody's involved, but let's listen to his feelings again before he hang up on him, because he about to hang up on him.
Why you putting all the stuff on blast like that on YouTube?
I didn't put nothing on blast.
You're not home with Gerald right now?
I told you I left the house hours ago. I left the house at 2 a.m.
Who's on the phone? Who's on the phone?
The police.
Okay, that's great. Baby, why you go on YouTube and do all that stuff? Why you putting all the stuff on blast like that on YouTube?
I didn't put nothing on blast on YouTube.
What? You just, Jackie, I'm looking at the video tape right now. But you on the phone with the cop.
Did you murder my car with somebody?
I got the video.
Yeah, my husband. The man that you said you arrested, and it wasn't like that.
Nobody was arrested.
Gerald, did you not say that? Oh, now my husband hung up.
Oh, I feel bad. Now, he was apprehended, meaning like he was arrested, like there was cuffs put on him while on scene, but they didn't leave with him and like put him in jail, because he can have a weapon. He's fine. Like he's in his right. Now, he shouldn't be wailing it around or threatening anybody or even himself. He shouldn't be doing any of that. And if he wasn't doing that, then the police wouldn't be over there. So he can't blame that on Jag. Because these are your actions. It's not like she was lying on you. She couldn't have been, because again, whatever. But I just don't. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for him because again, like he said, this is on YouTube. Why is this on YouTube? I don't want this on YouTube because it is embarrassing. It's. I mean, would you want this on YouTube? If you were going through something with your spouse or boyfriend or girlfriend or something like that, like you really wouldn't want this on YouTube. You really would. Nobody wants to be able to go recount when they went through negative situations. You would rather that just be something you try to forget versus something you can go click play and watch, type of situation. So yeah, I feel bad for Gooba. I do, Gerald. I feel bad because I don't know. I think that this is becoming a lot for him. I think he's used to it to a certain degree, but I think that when they do go through things like this, they're used to being around each other. I think that Gooba's used to being with Jack during these times, and instead, look at the screen. Look at the screen. I mean, that's not Gerald. That's not Gerald. That's Solar. That's Solar over there trying to remove Gerald from the situation. Look at him standing behind her like a demon, like the beige demon that he is. Okay? Look at him over there, funky girl, over there with the same underwear on since May of 2020. Just over there with dookie stains and all of that. Girl, front of his boxer smell like pee. All of that. Just look how he's standing over her. Look. Look at that. Even in the dark, you can see him. That's how you know he beige. Bug. Look at him. Standing over her like he running things. Like he running things. Girl. Jaguar, girl. And then your husband sitting over there missing you and going through these things, girl. And you sitting over here with this nigga, girl. He got to go. Solar got to go. He got to go. Jag, girl. He got to go, girl. He is a life drainer. He don't care nothing about you. Girl, all he gonna do is sit over there and leave your life a ruin. That's all he gonna do. He come over there to divide the situation. He's not there to make anything better. He's there to make things worse. He's there to just for chaos. But let's keep listening because Gerald hung up. Gooba hung up because he's just like, look, this is too much. Like, it's too much. It's what it's given. Like, it's too much.
I'll be happy to explain it to you, just like I did Gerald on scene, if you would listen to me.
I'll listen.
All right. Why we responded like that is because we got a call from your friend saying that you said that Gerald had a gun, threatened you, and threatened to kill himself.
He did.
That is why we showed up.
All of the above.
He did.
All of the above.
And I have a witness who recorded things. There's
all of the above. All of the above. He's Solar is the problem. Solar is the problem. Why he ain't snitch on Nature Boy like this? Why he ain't do nothing when the fat bitch jumped on him? Why he ain't snitch on Nature Boy like this? Why folk come? Every time the police came over there, he got both of his hands behind his back already, with his nose up, waiting for Nature Boy to tell him the next command. They all standing in the line quietly like this. But then Gooba has an issue with his wife. All of the above, all of the above. Now this is snitching, not Jaguar. Solar. Just dry snitching in the background. Listen to him, listen to him, listen to him.
And you said that Gerald had a gun, threatened you, and threatened to kill himself.
He did.
That is why we showed up.
All of the above.
He did.
All of the above.
And I have a witness.
And who y'all think that witness is? Who y'all think that witness is? Who y'all think that witness is? Because Solar called the police too. He didn't. The friend that called the police, she was not the only one. She was not. They had multiple police calls, and those police calls came from an anonymous person that is actually a friend of Jaguar's and Solar. Because Solar the witness. He the witness. So yeah, he called the police. He sure did. Solar's trying to get rid of Gooba. He wanted Gooba to go to jail. He was trying to get Gooba locked up. Gooba locked up. That's what he was trying to do. He was trying to get Gerald arrested so that he could separate them, divide and conquer. Yes, that is what he was doing. He was trying to get Gerald put behind bars so that he could really do his work, on Jag. It's hard to do with Gerald still being around. He has to get rid of him. He can't do this with Gerald around. He can't.
Who recorded things? There's evidence of everything that happened.
Yep. Crazy.
I happen to have a moment where I broke down with a friend. I had absolutely no idea. But see, my life is constantly being monitored.
The problem I have, Ms. Jacqueline, is why did you not call us if you were threatened with a weapon? 2154.
Because I done called Cedar Hill.
Good question. But at the same time, I do feel that Jaguar was trying to protect Gerald. I do feel that she was trying to protect him. That's why she didn't call the police. That's common. It's not unusual. She cares about him. She doesn't want him to be in trouble, or anything like that. So, it's a good question, but it's not. It's just like, It's her husband. Like, why would she want him incarcerated? She really don't. I mean, she doesn't want him doing the things that he's doing, but she doesn't want him to go to jail.
Before. This is our 5th time down this road. By the way, is Boatman still working?
No, ma'am.
So Boatman isn't over there no more.
He retired
When did he retire?
pretty recently.
Jesus. See, Boatman knows us. Boatman is who handled my husband.
There's no one else.
So Boatman is a retired officer now. I'm assuming, is an officer that worked for certain precincts for a very long time, and she's called the police on her husband Gooba, is what this is given before. And right, so what I think she means is there are certain officers that handle certain situations. So if you are someone that goes through like PTSD, and stuff like that, and you're having an episode or just had an episode or need to be calmed down from an episode, then there are certain officers that can come out and assist with that. Instead of because you're not like an actual threat. Because with with that, there's all type of stuff that veterans do. I watched a story on a veteran that would get up in the middle of the night and go and dig holes. And when he would dig holes, he would bury just like random stuff in his backyard, because that's how many bodies. That's like what he was one of the grave diggers overseas when he went and fought. And he was, when they brought the soldiers back that passed away, they would bury them there. And so he would just wake up randomly in the middle of the night and go and dig. So when people would when his wife tried to wake him, which that's why they say don't wake a sleepwalker, he hurt her. Now he didn't do it deliberately, like as soon as he came out of, what was going on, he was just like, oh my God, it's like, but he had no idea, what was happening. So after that, when that offered, anytime he would have an episode like that, and then it got to the point to where he would go other places too. He will walk like down the street to a neighbor's house, and stuff like that, and dig holes in their yard. It was just by random, like, So, yeah, so that's what I feel like she's saying, like, because there are certain officers that can come and help with those type of situations. The person isn't like an immediate threat, but they can be threatening. So that's what she means. So this officer will come out and talk, Goomba off the ledge is what I'm getting. Like he was, someone that can come and help in a good way so that he doesn't have to get arrested, or anything like that. So, but absolutely. People go through a lot with PTSD, like for real. It is no small thing.
Y'all had to come pick him up off my lawn 2 years ago when he threatened to kill himself in the car. And y'all took him over to DeSoto Behavioral Health. I guess people don't bother to look at the records, huh?
They just want to sound right to us.
But the other problem we ran into was that your son was saying that a lot of the things that we thought happened didn't happen. So we were getting conflicting information about what.
So allegedly Jaguar's son, whom was there, said that stuff didn't happen. Now, I'm not going to say her son said everything didn't happen, but from what her son is stating, officer, ain't nobody over here wailing a weapon around. Now, I think if anything, Gooba may have said it out loud, but it may not have been something that he was actually doing. So that's why I didn't, if you notice throughout the live, I hadn't put too much on him, because again, we weren't there. So we have no idea if it like actually happened. But her son is stating that it didn't happen in the way the events that are being explained, so that they may have been being exaggerated. So what the officer is saying is, I'm getting conflicting stories. Your son, he ain't saying that nothing happened. So again, I think that Gooba may have been on the phone with her, arguing with her. I do this to myself, or I do this, I do that. but not like literally sitting there like, man, you better come home right now. You better come home right now. It's over. You better come home. It's already one in the chamber. You better come home. You ready to work? You know, so I don't think it was that. I don't know. I don't know. You know. But again, this is what the officer said. I'm not saying this. I'm not saying Jaguar's lying. If anybody's saying that Jaguar's lying, allegedly it's her son. So Jaguar got to deal with her son. That's between Jaguar and her son. That's what that were. That's what that were. That's between Jaguar and her child. That ain't got nothing to do with me. But I'm gonna rewind that so y'all can hear that again. The officer said, "You talk to your son, girl. We're getting conflicting stories."
Behavioral health. I guess people don't bother to look at the records, huh?
They just want to sound right to us.
But the other problem we ran into was that your son was saying that a lot of the things that we thought happened didn't happen. So we were getting conflicting information about what happened in the house.
Well, it didn't happen in the house. It happened in the car.
Okay, see, that was the information I was trying to get from you when we couldn't.
You weren't trying to get information from me. You were trying to get phone numbers from me. That woman kept badgering me. Well, what's Francis's phone number? What's Francis's phone number? I said, I'm looking while I got a million calls coming through. I'm trying to flip through screens and she's being rude and ignorant. On our way back from Shreveport, Louisiana, we got some good news. My husband had a bad reaction to it.
Shout out to Trees. What do y'all think? In closing thoughts, or do y'all want me to drop the link real quick? Do you guys want to come give your thoughts and opinions? Because I'll drop the link. I'm completely fine with that. I don't know what to think. It's a lot. It's a lot. I hope everything's okay. I hope Jag's okay. I hope Gooba's okay. I hope everyone is okay, but yeah, it's a lot. It is a lot. It is absolutely a lot. Y'all, this is a lot. A lot. A lot. Whoa. I just pray everyone's okay. I hope Jag's okay. Again, that's all I got to say. I mean, I don't know it's a lot. It is a lot. Solar needs to leave. Solar needs to leave. Absolutely. He needs to get out of town. I know that. He is trying to ruin her marriage. I know what that were. Oh. So yeah, but I'm gonna get out of here because I just thought about it. I gotta finish this surviving. So I really need to get that done. I may go on Station Head on Monday. Because y'all keep talking about go on Station Head. Now we want to cash out before Station Head. Caroline Egger. I cannot with you. I love you. Janae says, yes, drop his butt off at a job site. I cannot. Okay, so I love you guys. I have to get out of here. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, shout out to Jaguar and her husband, Gooba, Gerald. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys. I will keep reaching out to Jag. Hopefully, I can, hear from her, make sure she's okay. That's all I care about. And then, yeah, we will move on from there. But until the next live, I love you guys. Have a good day.
Fresh,